Hello everyone, my name is Srirag and I'll be discussing about statistics and education, especially qualitative and quantitative nature of data. So, first of all, data and educational statistics is categorized into two fundamental natures, which are quantitative and qualitative. So, we will be discussing about what qualitative data is, what quantitative data is, and what are their natures. So, first of all, is quantitative data. So, what is a quantitative data? So quantitative data is anything that can be expressed as number or quantified. Simply, if we can measure something, it will be quantitative data. It should be measurable. So anything that can be expressed as number or quantified. And numerical measurements expressed in terms of numbers rather than natural language. So everything is expressed basically in numerical measurements rather than using other means. So the examples for quantitative data is achievement test scores, hours of study, weight, etc. So these are given in numerical terms. So these are examples of quantitative data. And it uses ordinal, interval, or ratio skills for statistical manipulation. So it uses ordinal, interval, or ratio skills for statistical manipulation of the given data. And not all numbers are measurable. Example, we can say social security numbers, for example, it is not measurable. So this is about quantitative data. So next one is qualitative data. What is qualitative data? So the data that represents nominal scales and cannot be expressed as number. These are known as qualitative data. What is a qualitative data? Data that represents nominal scales and cannot be expressed as number. So it is like categorical measurement expressed through natural languages. In the case of quantitative data, we told that we uses numbers instead of languages. Here we use uh, natural languages to categorically express the data. For example, the examples for quantitative data are gender, socioeconomic status, religious preferences, etc. So the categorical structure is nominal. It means it doesn't have any order, and versus ordinal, which has order. So this is about quantitative and qualitative data. Now we will be doing a comparison like categorical or qualitative versus quantitative. So what is categorical or qualitative? It focuses on attributes and qualities used interchangeably with categorical in statistics. It measures something like attitudes, which is like agree, neutral, disagree, or and these are ordinal variables where the distance cannot be measured. Okay, so the distance between the variables cannot be measured. And in case of numerical or quantitative data, it focuses on quantities and rigor, allows for more rigorous statistical assessments. And only quantitative data can be analyzed statistically, providing precise data descriptions. So this is the difference between quantitative and qualitative data. Next is scales of measurement. So it is classified by S.S. Stevens. So there is 4 levels of precision in measurement, which are the first one is nominal and ordinal scales. So nominal scale means it is least precise. Differentiation into least precise in this sense, differentiation into discrete categories like male, female, nationality. So the first one is nominal scale, and it is least precise compared to other 3 levels. So the next one is ordinal scales. So it is like quantitative classification through rankings such as first, second, third, etc. So the items will differ in degrees. Okay, and the next one is interval and ratio scales. So what is interval and ratio scales? First one, the interval scale is it is an arbitrary scale with equal units. For example, IQ, personality scores, etc. It indicates a relative amount. And in the case of ratio scale, it is most precise. it includes 0. In any of in all the other three scales, it doesn't include 0. So ratio includes 0, such as age, height, weight, and numerals behave like real numbers. So these are the four scales that we use to measure the qualitative and quantitative data. And the hierarchy of measurement scales. So we have learned about four measurement scales, which are nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio scales. So we are hierarchically arranging these scales. The first one is nominal. It doesn't have magnitude, it doesn't have equal interval, or it doesn't have absolute 0. And the statistics that we are used for measuring, used in nominal scales are mode and percentage. And in the case of ordinal, it does have magnitude, but it does not have equal interval or absolute 0. And the statistics used are median and rank correlation. And in the case of interval, it does have magnitude and equal interval, but doesn't include absolute 0. The statistics used are mean and standard deviation. And in the case of ratio, it have all the three: magnitude, equal interval, and absolute 0. And the statistics that used in ratio are geometric mean. And in precision summary, we can say that as we proceed from nominal, which is least precise, to ratio, most precise, increasingly relevant information is provided. So when we go from nominal to ratio, the relevance of information increases. And if the nature of variable permits, the scale providing the most precise description should be used. That is, ratio scale should be used. So that's all about today's content. We will meet in our next class.